Hey everyone! So I know it's been a very long while since I posted a new video. It's been a couple months. But I am hoping to really restart again, so get ready for a metaphorical meat and potatoes of videos because I have about two or three that I still need to do but haven't done yet. So anyway, the first video that I want to do now is about a kanji class that I'm taking this semester at Waseda. And it is, so for those of you who don't know, kanji is essentially the Chinese looking characters. And so the way language proficiency works at Waseda is it goes from level 1 to 8, 1 being beginner and then 8 being expert. And so right now, my current intensive level of Japanese, like the normal Japanese class I have every day, is level 3, and I am taking this kanji class that is level 5 to 6. Now you're going to say to me, so let me see if I understand this. You are taking a kanji class that is a full 2 to 3 levels above your own regular Japanese level. Why? And so the answer is that in typical Waseda scheduling fashion, the level that I'm supposed to take, roughly 3 to 4, is of course not available. It's either way over enrolled or it's during my regular Japanese level 3 class. It makes no sense. So the only options that were available to me were either level 1 to 2 kanji, which is like you're learning the kanji for cat and cup and things that you've already learned way back even in the United States, or this class. And since I'm taking a big Japanese proficiency test in July, I was like, well, I need to know kanji, so here we go. And so this class is really intense. In one semester, so roughly 4 months, we learn about 240 new kanji. Like just the kanji. That does not even include like the combination readings. In terms of like actual new words we're learning, it would be something like, I feel like 800 new words, literally. And I mean, for these tests, we have tests every week. Every test has 20 new kanji a week, and you have to know how to read and write them. And for me, as a Westerner learning kanji, writing it is the biggest pain in the ass. Because let me show you a sample of the kanji we are learning. Alright, so let's see. Here is the kanji for reverberate. And possible combinations we have to know are echo or reaction, and then the verb for to sound, to resound, to affect, and then a strange combination reading for influence. So I'm gonna like zoom up. It's kanji number 43. See that? See that mess? That is one kanji that we have to know how to read and write, and then below, down right here, are like the readings that we are responsible for knowing. And there are 20 kanji that, granted, they may not be as difficult, but, I mean, if you just look at the list, we have to learn 20 of these suckers a week. Yeah. And then, I think the hardest part, though, is when you're actually in the class, because the teacher is a little scary in that she's like a really fiery, somewhat intimidating Japanese lady. And, you know, if you don't know the reading for something, like, she's gonna make you go through, which is great, but it's a little awkward because, you know, she hands out thematic worksheets every class. And the worksheets can be anything from like gardening to technology to architecture, and they're pertinent because they involve kanji that we're studying. And so last week we had a bunch of terms for the computer in terms of email, and a little bit like other technology related things. We had like satellite communication and inbox and outbox and reply to all, things like that. I mean, it's useful kanji, but it's a pain in the ass to learn. So she hands out a thematic worksheet, and she calls on people to read. She's like, oh, Tanaka-san, please read 1, and Amy, please read 2, and then like, Susie Q, please read 3. So I am really like, I'm not this class because it's so beyond my level. There's even kanji that we're supposed to know that I don't know. So whenever she usually gets to me, I have to herpity-derpity through the word. And when I say herpity-derpity, I'm kind of like, shikenai ba. And the teacher's like, nope, that's the wrong reading. And then, granted, she'll help you, but it's still like, eh. And so, one of the best things ever in terms of just really being put on the spot last week happened when we had our thematic worksheet on technology. And so we're going down a list of terms that we should be sort of familiar with. And she gets to me and she literally wants me to read this word that I'm about to show you. Okay. So, let's see here. The really long word that I have an English notation on. Oh shit. Ag. Oh shit. God, this is really hard. Okay, so number 4 is the word that she picked, and it's literally like 10 kanjis long. And she's like, okay, I want you to read. And thankfully, you can't really see it because the screen is blurry, but there is like a tiny smudgy area above the kanji, and that is the phonetic reading of how you say the word. And so thankfully, like, I can at least read out the word, and I will read it out for you so you can hear what it sounds like. Saisentan Kenkyū Kai Hatsu Shien. That's the word. And she's like, okay, now I want you to define it. And I'm just looking at her like, excuse me? And meanwhile, she is thinking I'm having a brain fart moment. Like, I might as well have said, I don't know what the word cat is. And she's looking at me like, come on, Haisen Tankyu Kai Hatsushien, like, come on, I know you know this word. It's an easy word. And so, literally, I'm just like, right. And finally she says, like, a key word in English. And she's like, it's research. And I was like, oh, okay. So it's got something to do with research. So I took the liberty of looking it up on the internet afterwards, and this is the word, this is the translation of it. State-of-the-art research and development support. That is a sample word of the stuff I am learning in this class. So, basically, this class is my planned form of suicide, and if I survive it, I will be a pimp kanji master by the time I am done with it. And that is about my kanji class. Future videos to follow are going to talk about what I actually did during my ridiculously long 2-month spring break, and so stay tuned for that. Bye!